Alright, so in today's video we're going to be installing the N75 electronic boost controlled solenoid for my wife's Elantra GT Sport 1.6 turbo. The solenoid that we're going to be replacing, it's pretty dark in here, but let's see. It's pretty dark right in here, but you're going to see when I take off the wheel the area that it's in, but it's down here. See where my hand's pointing to, you can see that, hold on, where'd it go? That connection right there, that electric connection with the black and yellow line going through is the wiring harness that connects it. So that's what we're going to be replacing today to get rid of the jerkiness that we're getting when we give it full wide open throttle. Just feels like it feels kind of just like a, I don't know, herky-jerky. It's the only way I know how to describe it. But it's going to be nice to, sorry guys. Nice to get her car running in better shape. Thinking about maybe even upgrading her catch cans that she has right now to the N75 ones as well. But in the meantime, that is what we're going to be putting on. This is the valve that you get when you order it through N75 Motorsports. They're located in Canada. We're out here in California, but Daniel got it to us in great timing. I mean, we had to deal with it because of the whole pandemic situation going on right now, but it's what's to be expected. So he gives you all the hardware that you need for it. The wiring harness is right here. The bracket is attached to the solenoid itself. Gives you two couplings to go onto, brass couplings at that, to connect the OEM lines to the line that he even supplies here, to one that goes to the wastegate, one goes to the turbo itself, and he also gives you the hoses. So I mean, you can't go wrong with ordering it. You have absolutely everything that you need here. You're going to see all the parts that we put on after we remove the wheel and remove the fender liner inside of here as well. I'll record once we get to that. So here we have the Pierburg electronic boost controlled solenoid from N75 Motorsports. It's an OEM solenoid from VW vehicles, I believe, it being an OEM valve that actually works. So on this side underneath where the harness plugs into, this is going to be your turbo side, and then this side will be your wastegate side, and this is going to be the vent. So nothing will connect to this side. So once again, turbo and wastegate. We're going to go ahead and connect these right here. I'm going to cut this tubing right here. They supply this. They don't supply the cutters, so you got to have your own way of cutting it. But we're going to connect these to here and pretty much just make little lengths pretty much to add on. That way, if we weren't to, it's a very tight fit. So this gives me a little bit of slack, and you're able to get more of a much cleaner install. So I'm only going to put enough on here that's going to fit this barbed coupling on here and feed it to right there, so that way it's going to be nice and clean. You don't want too much slack. So we're going to go ahead and put this together right now. All right guys, so we have the front tire off, and we are going to start taking off the little clips. They're held in by, you have to just insert a small screwdriver. Let me go ahead and get one. I'm sorry, I wasn't really prepared to start showing you guys this right now. So this isn't really a small screwdriver, but this is a flathead. You're gonna go ahead and get in, and all you're gonna pretty much do is just pop them down. So there's a few of them quite all over and throughout. Here's Emily's missing some because I've had to remove this before and lost some of them, but don't mind that. I apologize. But I'll go ahead and show you guys once I get all this off where everything is. What I was looking for is that I really don't want to remove Emily's mud flaps right now, just to go ahead and to get to this. So I'm going to figure out exactly what I'm going to do. Is maybe I'm just going to pull it back far enough to go ahead and get in there. So let's see what it looks like. So there's 3 more on the bottom that my dumbass forgot to pull off. That was crazy. So honestly, all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fucking do this shit. I really do not care about my fender liners. Emily does not care. If you guys really wanted to, you could pull it out of the way, but this is more than enough for me. So now pretty much what we're gonna go and start looking at is trying to get my phone. I have you guys on the gimbal. My friend boosted and is letting me use, so I'm trying to learn how to use this without breaking it. So, where are you? It's right there. You can kind of see it on the top left corner up here. There is maybe a 10mm bolt, I believe it is, that's holding the bracket on. We're gonna remove it, pull it off, and go from there. All right, guys, so you're gonna have, once again, this is gonna be your turbo side underneath the wire harness. So the turbo is gonna be right back there. You're gonna see this filter right here, or whatever this valve is, check valve. This is gonna be for your wastegate. If you follow the line, you'll actually see the wastegate up there. So that's just a good thing to get kind of knowledge, you know, to see where everything kind of is. But we're gonna hook this other one up, put the stock clamp back on here, put this wastegate one onto this bad boy, and then figure out how we're going to strap this up to the bolt up here. Reminder to go ahead and use the supplied lube to go ahead and put onto these little barbed fittings, so that way it's just a nice install this way, that you can slide this all the way down and you ensure it's a good fitment, no leaks. All right, guys, so here is the valve installed with the harness on. And pretty much what I did is, after I had installed the bracket, you want to hold the red bracket as you're tightening this bolt down, so that way it's nice and straight, and tighten it down pretty good. And then I went ahead and put a zip tie right here, so that way as we're driving, this is never going to come ever over here and hit the belt itself. You know, I followed Daniel's install video. I'll go ahead and link his description in the link down below. But very simple install. Everything's where it needs to be. I'm just going to check the wastegate line to make sure that it's not going to rub on anything. And so once again, you're just going to make sure that everything is installed correctly. Nothing's touching really any metal, and if there is, that it's nice and sturdy. It's not going to be rubbing. All the lines are nice and cleanly wrapped up. And now to test it out.